Welcome to Shervin Shares, where I share products, services, and experiences that help you achieve your peak performance through health, wellness, and fitness. This one is a little off-brand.
Lift ever crashes, stay at the axe.
Number 4, the quantitative type.
Maybe your peak performance is creating content. Today we're talking about TikTok. So why TikTok? It's not just a lip-syncing dancing platform anymore. It's turned into like an infotainment platform where people are educating other people through entertaining content. It's a rapidly growing platform. It's grown faster than any other app across the world right now. And I would say the biggest value to you is that TikTok is at its peak in terms of the ability to build an audience when you have nothing. So if you're a creator or someone who wants to build an audience around a specific subject, now's the time to buy the property in Malibu before the prices go up. So at the end of this video, you're gonna get specific and actionable items that you can take away and apply at TikTok to be able to grow whatever you wanna grow, the audience, the followers that you wanna create. And the worst case scenario is that you walk away learning how to storytell in a format that pretty much every single Gen Zer is gonna wanna be told in. Every millennial wants to be story told through an Instagram style format. Every boomer wants to be told stories through the newspaper and TV ads. And at one point, these Gen Zers are gonna grow up to be at an age where you wanna sell them something. So you better learn now on how to storytell to that audience. Watch the list of YouTube videos, like a lot, and I took notes on every single one, and pretty much I'm doing a book report on all the videos I watched, what I learned, and creating a step-by-step plan on how to grow your TikTok account. I'm linking a playlist down below that you can actually go watch all the videos that I watched. I just kind of try to compile it into one video. So 2 things before we get started. 1, the biggest thing to know about TikTok is that the whole goal of the app is that they want more people to download the app. They want the people who have the app to be picking it up and opening it more often, and when they have opened it, to stay on the app as long as possible. So no, that's the goal. They want people to be looking at TikTok as long as possible and sharing it with their friends. And the second piece is, as we go through this, I will not be explaining knowing your niche, but it's very important to know what you want to create content about and not just spray and pray. TikTok is very particular in terms of staying in your lane and creating one account for one niche. So just keep that in mind. That's probably something you gotta figure out on your own. This is just, if you know your niche, never use TikTok. I wanna build an audience on this platform, knowing the subject matter, this is the video to watch. Nutrition, psychology, you're a dentist talking about teeth, skincare, whatever it is, a lawyer, you're a business person, personal trainer, life coach, who knows, whatever it is, you have to stay in that specific niche. So there's one creator that I was watching, Max Lee. His content is absolutely amazing. If this video is out of date and you're watching it, just go watch his stuff. His stuff is probably way better. And a lot of things that I grabbed from his videos, I think were the most valuable content, and I hope he's still creating more videos. So the first step you wanna do is get out your phone, download the app, and create an account. Duh. All right, so I'm gonna open TikTok here, and they're already doing ads. First thing, you wanna open the app. You'll see the home page where they're gonna be playing videos for you that you wanna watch, and there's a following and a For You page. And then there's a discover page, kind of like Instagram. You can create content by tapping the plus sign. Oh, hello, there I am. And then you hit inbox for messages, notifications, and then finally the me page to sign up. One thing to know on the home page, if you haven't played around with the app, just know if you slide right, you can see that person's account. You can tap their circle with the plus to follow them, the heart to like. This is the next thing underneath is comments, and then the one underneath that is share, and then below that, the bottom one is music. And then you can see the music they use, and you can use their sound to create content, or you can tap the name of the song as well. If they have effects, it'll be above their name, and you can tap that to use effects. So I'll go ahead and sign up and create an account. I'm gonna continue with Google today. Okay, so it's created my account now. And the first thing you wanna do is probably update your bio and your photo. Oh yeah, from the home page, you will tap edit profile. And then I can go ahead and change my photo. Really don't want that photo. Ideally, you want a photo that's eye-catching. You can also add videos. You can change your username. I'm gonna do Shervin.yoga, and you can only change your name once every 30 days. And then add to your bio. Biggest thing when you're adding to your bio, make it something Like a lot of people put like follow my IG or go check out my YouTube. You can do that too. Just make sure the things that you should not put in your bio is like, I like chicken breasts, because TikTok will then see breasts and think that your content is unsafe and not. TikTok will just think your content's not kid friendly. So I'm gonna put something funny that one of my friends put. And then you can add your Instagram and your YouTube as well. So if you have one, I highly recommend adding it. It can add to your authority score, which we'll talk about later. Note, you can also add more accounts. Just make sure that you keep your account logged in on one phone and not multiple phones, because then TikTok will know you're a business and they'll demote your account. The last piece you want to do is make sure you sign up for the Pro account. Yeah, one of the most important things that you want to do is go to the settings, manage my account, and say switch to a Pro account. This will give you the opportunity to see data about your account. And a lot of the things that we'll talk about in this video, it's really important that you know the data so that way you can understand what's working and what's not. You can really track your performance. So you have to add a phone number, and now you'll be able to see analytics about each of the videos that you post, whether it's the completion rate, video views, the number of followers you got, profile views, how each of your content pieces are doing, where it's coming from, all that jazz, which is super important to know, so that way you can create content more towards what you're learning. Now that you've created your account, the next thing you want to do is hit the home tab and start watching content. So when you hit the home tab, it'll refresh and pull up the For You page, which is kind of the explore page, and you'll be able to go and view what is going viral. You can see the number of likes, comments, there's a number of shares. Just go through, maybe read some comments, watch some of the videos, continue going through. There's a lot of dogs right now. And then another piece is just going to the Discover page and typing in what you're about. So if your thing is about productivity, you can go ahead and tap productivity. If you're about life hacks, go do life hacks, or fitness, you can type in fitness, and just watch content that's surrounding your specific topic. And then as you start to like and comment with these posts, TikTok will start to tier their algorithm to show you only more of that type of content so that you stay on the platform more. So once it starts doing that, you'll be able to better understand within your niche what kind of content should you be creating, and how are people doing it now, and how can you borrow from their ideas and add your own spin to it. One guy said that he recommends 5 to 7 days, maybe 2 weeks of just browsing content, so that way TikTok learns that you're a real account rather than just like someone just creating a brand new account and just messing around. So I'm gonna try this. This is my brand new account at Shervin.yoga. You can go ahead and follow it. As you can see here, 000. And we're gonna see if we can grow it using these methodologies that I mentioned in this video. So really know your niche. Make sure you really know your niche. The next piece is plan your first 5 videos. Some say this is not true, some say this is, but supposedly the first 5 videos define your tier, your authority status in the TikTok world. So it kind of says, hey, you're a tier 1 creator, tier 2 creator, tier 3 creator, and depending on your tier, that's how TikTok decides we want to send it out to X people to see how they perform. So just like an Instagram, Facebook, where they send it out to a batch and then they pull data and they say, hey, did this work or not? And then they kind of send it out to a different batch. TikTok does a very similar version of that. Is that there's a small, a medium, a large, and then the viral batch. And the small batch will be decided depending on your tier status, and you can move up and down the tiers depending on how your content starts to perform over time after the 5 videos. But those 5 videos allow you to set your status as a high tier content creator just to move the snowball faster. The key metrics that they're measuring in these tiers or in each of these batches that they send out is completion ratio. So how much of the actual video on TikTok did someone watch? Did they watch the entire thing? Did they just watch 70% of it? Did they watch it 3 times? 300% of it? So that is the #1 most important factor. And then the average view length. So the first piece is how much of it did they watch? 70%, 100%. Doesn't matter how long your video is. And then the average view length, which if your video is 7 seconds and they watch the 100%, it would be a 7-second average view length. If it's 120% completion ratio, 9 seconds. If you have a 30-second video and about 50% finished, so they're watching only 15 seconds, your average view length is 15 seconds. And that's why completion ratio is #1. They want a higher completion ratio, and average view length is the second biggest piece, kind of like watch time. Supposedly are not as big are the likes, shares, forwards, comments, and then viral comments. So if someone comments and it goes viral within Those are pieces they also track. They also track if you liked your own video, so I highly recommend do not like your own video. And these are things that people can buy, like with bots and click farms, and I think that's why TikTok is trying not to use those metrics as much, and it's more on user behavior. But I would say just watch and then find things that are working, viral trends, and try to remix them. That's kind of the basic premise. So right now we have all the steps, right? Step 1, know your niche, right? Know what kind of content you want to create. Step 2, create an account, add to your bio, connect all your accounts, go pro. Step number 3, once you have your account, start just watching. Behave like a real human being on TikTok. Try to understand the platform for 5 to 7 days so that TikTok knows you're real. Step number 4, plan your 5 videos. After you've watched content, be like, hey, these are the 5 videos that I want to make, and get ready to shoot them. Ideally, you want to shoot these in your camera phone, but you can also use a professional camera. But when you use your camera phone and the TikTok app, it'll know that for sure you're not a big content creator, and supposedly they prioritize people like the average Joe person who's creating on their phone, right? And that's it. Now it's just a matter of creating good content. So how do you create those 5 pieces of content? How do you make sure that they're very good? So I'm gonna walk through 2 sections. How to make sure that the content is really good, the tips and tricks on content creation inside of TikTok, the storytelling pieces, and then once you've created those 5, what do you do moving forward? How the machine learning algorithm works in TikTok, supposedly from what all these videos that I watched, is the algorithm will take users, right? You've got users, and it'll define it'll bundle up users in certain groups by demographic, age, and the types of videos that they interact with. So kind of bucketing them into different types of people. They're like, hey, this group of people is the same, this group of people is the same. And then it buckets the videos that get created kind of in the same niche, and like, oh, these are dog videos, these are cat videos, these are fitness videos, these are sports videos, these are yoga videos. And then it takes that video and plays it to this user group and says, hey, does this click? Cool, yes. Then as people create videos, it says, hey, I think it fits in this video group. It plays it to that same user base. Does it work? Yes, cool. Now it continues, it categorizes it, and it shows it to a bigger and bigger group. So it's really important when you create your content to know who you're creating it for. How old are they? Where do they live? How do they act? What do they care about? TikTok kind of has the same categories as Instagram. You got travel, comedy, dance, fitness, food, makeup. And there's some really interesting ones though too. There's like dentists, there's lawyers. And here's some example clips that I was like, wow, these are infotainment clips that are teaching people about being a doctor, becoming a doctor.
Do that thing with your eyes.
Braces life hack. Shh. Have you ever got your braces adjusted?
First corporate job, part 1. I once came out of a meeting and my boss goes, you know, Madeline.
Come teaching online. This is Udemy.
For entrepreneurs. Number 3, the Gary V.
Have already known. 7-Eleven Japan has.
Thank you. Part 1. Act surprised to see this person every time.
Things to get done today, as you can see, that I get to get done today.
Another piece of how the algorithm decides what your content is about is what you put in the description, the caption tag. So the hashtags that you use, what you're typing in that caption, just like in the bio, make sure that it's clean and child friendly, and it can't be misinterpreted by a computer as something that might be inappropriate. A lot of people say put the hashtag FYP, hashtag For You page. I don't think that's very effective if you're trying to build the right kind of audience, so make sure you use hashtags that are specific to your niche. Take like a stepladder approach. Find the hashtags that are like 10,000 to 100,000, and then as you build your audience, start to jump on bigger hashtags that are in the same niche that you want to be talking about, so that you have engaged followers, you have people who are liking, commenting, and sharing. And as you grow, your community gets larger, and TikTok's more likely to continue recommending your videos because the initial batch that it sends to will always like and watch your video. So you really want to have the 1,000 true fans and always be building from there, because that's how the TikTok algorithm is based on promoting content. And like I said, completion rate is super important. So the biggest tips is videos, 7 to 12 seconds. No less than 7. You can go over 12, but your completion rate there's less likelihood that you're gonna have a high completion rate, and there's less likelihood that your video will go viral. Some of the ways to increase your completion rate is loops. So people will not realize that the video has ended, so they'll watch it again and again. Things that are subtle and require another watch. So sometimes people will put like really small text, like pointing to something, and it says, look up here, look there, look there. And it's just like text here, 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 super small in the background. And now it's like, oh, I missed that one. Now I gotta watch the video again to be able to see what it said. And then there's the elaborate buildup, like a story. Someone could be doing a story time talking about a Tinder date that went wrong. And then they're like, oh, I ran out of time. Follow for part 2. These are kind of like little hacks that you can use. And just like any platform, you have to create good content. The content has to be relatable. It has to be authentic. It has to be interesting, rare, different. It can't just be the same thing. So make sure that you're doing both of those. And another important factor on TikTok, that being beautiful helps too. You can be super funny or you can be super beautiful. And part of being beautiful is just having good lighting, having good audio. Most of it's just music, so the audio doesn't matter, but having good lighting, having the right angles, using a good iPhone camera. Strategies is like duetting popular videos. So duetting is when you see a video on TikTok, you can tap the share button and then hit duet, and it'll have the 2 videos side by side. And what some people will do is, if someone's dancing or like they're using a stick, they'll act like they're the other end of the stick in the video, or they'll do something that's kind of entertaining with those 2 videos side by side. So that's another way to hack getting a different audience, because if TikTok knows that, hey, this X audience likes this person's video and now you're duetting, it'll kind of batch and send that video to that same audience, and it's a good way to latch on someone else's audience. I would say the 3 most important things when it comes to TikTok trends is the music is number 1, hashtags, and then sound effects or video effects. So music is number 1, effects and hashtags are the next steps. So those are the biggest pieces in terms of how does TikTok know that who to send this content to, because they're like, hey, if this person likes these videos with this song and these hashtags and this description text and these effects, then cool, we're gonna send it to that person as well. You can ask them a question in the video, like, hey, comment below, what's your 2020 resolution? Or some people will have like 3 iPhones and they do it in front of the mirror, and they're like, hey, they put their hand across, which iPhone's recording, 1, 2, or 3. And the thing that does best on TikToks is like memes, short, funny videos. It's like a different kind of Vine. But if you tap the share button and then you go swipe all the way right, hit other, then it pops into here, which is now the iPhone space. Now TikTok thinks I shared the video, so I can go ahead and do that again, hit other, and now TikTok thinks this video has been shared twice. So you can try that on your own videos, refresh, and you'll see that the share has increased. A way to hack that stat, and that's why TikTok cares more about completion rate and average view length more than things that you can buy or just fake. So moving forward, what should you do? Consistently post. You gotta post at least once, twice a day, no more than that, because TikTok might label you as spam supposedly, but posting every single day, good quality content that's relatable, authentic. And one of the things that does work on TikTok, like sex sells, yeah, like looking beautiful sells as well, but on TikTok, being awkward also works really well. Having those like rom-com moments where it's like awkward, people do like as well. Don't delete any videos. Do not delete videos. Like, you can make them private, but do not delete them, because there's a delayed explosion on TikTok where like 2 months later, your video will just viral up again. TikTok will post it as if it's like new content. And I've seen this also on the Discover page, where if you go into a hashtag that's trending now, and I can see a video that was posted like 2 months ago, and I'm like, oh wow, like they never made this video to be a part of the trend that's happening, but TikTok has decided, hey, this video is really good, we're gonna include it in one of the top videos for this new hashtag, even though that video does not have the hashtag for that trend in there. Do not re-upload content from other people. That will shadow ban your account, and I'll go through what happens when you get shadow banned. Yeah, if like, so me and my roommate, we made a video and we like both posted it, and as soon as I posted it first, and then as soon as he posted it, my numbers just stopped growing. So make sure that you're not posting the same exact video, because TikTok will check the data and be like, hey, these are the same exact videos, and it'll just stop growth, and it'll shadow ban you, it'll note you as a zombie account. Using inappropriate words, graphics, clips, or things that are just not kid friendly, things that would just not make China happy, will not do well on TikTok. And that's kind of the sad truth a little bit, and some people might argue differently, but if you want to grow quickly, just tread lightly in that area and maybe just not experiment with it until you've grown one account, maybe create a different account to try that on. Just really stay in your niche. If you make wide-ranging videos, it's gonna, if you make a travel video and then it pushes it and it finds that oh, these users like your videos, and it says this is the audience, and then you make a makeup video, pushes the makeup video, and that audience doesn't like it, then the long-term trend is your authority and tier status is gonna drop. So some people might call it shadow banning, a suppressed account, a zombie account, and that's usually after you post a video, within an hour you have like 50 to 100 views, or 10 to 50 views, and that means that your account has now been flagged as a zombie, suppressed, shadow banned account, and you should either make a new account or post for 7 to 10 days to get your account back to normal status. A normal video should get 100 to 300 views within the first hour, at least right now in January 2020 for a new account. So just keep that in mind. If you're below that, there could be something wrong with your account. You may have posted something that TikTok was like, hey, we don't like that. So that's it. Remember the most important things again, really know your niche, stay in your lane. Completion rate is the most important thing. Create videos that have high completion rates, over 100% are great. Consistently post once a day, if not twice, and start today. Like, now's the time. This property is gonna go up in price, better buy that house ASAP. And you really have to love the process because you have to post consistently. If you don't love the process, you're gonna fail. Sharing this step-by-step helped you. Take it, rewatch this video, put it on 1.5 times. Let me know in the comments below. Did you try? What worked? What didn't work? Go follow Max Lee. Go check out all these other videos that I posted if you have the time and watch them. I'd love to hear how this strategy worked for your TikTok. Like this video. All my future videos are about peak performance, how you can achieve your peak performance in life, feeling and looking better through health, wellness, and fitness. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Take me home, I wanna ride and roll alone.
Try this. This will dramatically increase the likelihood.
Backwards, upside down, and